I don't. Do you know why I make these kinds of video? Because I feel worried that some people who doesn't know about Korean people and Korean life, maybe they can get biased, biased images about Korean life.
Hi guys, it's us again. Welcome back to our YouTube channel. So for today's vlog, why? Is it hard? When I say hi, you must say hi too, okay? You must wave your hands too, huh? Okay? Oh, this is the struggle making video. Okay. Hi guys, it's us again, Marcy and Nick. Welcome back to our YouTube channel. So for today's vlog, we were gonna do a reaction video. By the way, this is not a music video. It's a my husband. So while he's scrolling on Facebook. By the way, before we start, my husband just created a YouTube channel 2 days ago. So I will gonna put the link on the description box, and please do visit and subscribe. Okay, what reaction? Finally, it's really hard to do an intro.
Yes, I read one comment about Korean husband, and the title is 15 things you need to know before marrying your Korean guy. And some parts, to my opinion, yes, it's true, but many are not. So just I want to make some kinds of excuses to you.
Excuses.
Believe it or not.
Please excuse him.
Okay, then do we start?
Oh, you will do the reaction video. Just I am sitting beside you.
Okay.
I will not say anything. Okay,
Okay,
wait. By the way, guys, my husband wanted to do this reaction video. I am sitting beside him just to support him. So whatever he says, whatever he says,
It's my own opinion.
whatever he say or whatever he says, is it right? Whatever he says, it's his own opinion. I'm out of it. So.
And then I will ask you, don't be upset even though I say something bad. I will try to control.
But please don't generalize, like not all. Always say not all, because not all are the same. Only few or only some. Not all Filipinos, not all Koreans. You must not say like that.
And you must know, every people are different. Okay, here we go. Number 1, be ready to stay home and do house chores, pay bills, monitor your children's education until he realizes that, oh my God, honey, I think you can work if you want to work.
What is the meaning?
Yes, because think about it. You just get married to Korean guys, and then you are living here in Korea. Do you know about Korean life, Korean situations, Korean society? Of course, you don't know. And then, of course, you have to stay home for a while. Even it depends on the person. Maybe the period would be prolonged, like over 1 or 2 years. If a married woman, just become used to living here in Korea faster, then of course she can go out very easily and faster, and then do house chores. Of course, what is a housewife for? And pay bills? No. Usually the foreign wives, they cannot pay the bill by themselves. Usually the man controls the money. For example, if I don't know about Philippines life and Philippines economy, and I got married to a Filipino wife and living in Philippines, then do you think it's a good idea to control the money just by myself? Of course, in this case, even though I work and make money, but I will give the money to my wife because she knows much better about the Philippines society and Philippines economy, everything about the Philippines. Until I become accustomed to living in Philippines, I must depend on my wife for a while and monitor your child's education. You must know many Koreans, not only men but also women, their one of the biggest interest is the child's education. It's a Korean, the passion of education is number one in the world. Be ready to live under a roof with your parents-in-laws and learn to cook Korean dish. Don't be surprised if he spends most of his free time in his parents' room. He may be busy having some business talk with his parents. I think that this woman does not know about the Korean life. These days, most of Korean parents, they don't want to live together with their son and yes, with their children. They don't want to live.
Why?
Because they respect the children's life. And then
not unlike before,
because
right?
they had very hard time to grow their children, so later they really want for some time they want to have a free time, and then that's why it's like if she wrote this idea about 30 years ago, then I will accept. But just
this
only
generation,
yes, only about, I'm sure about the less than 20%. They live together with their parents now, and
I will read. Okay, I will gonna help my husband. Just I will read. Okay, I'm going to help him. Do not expect that the respect and love your Korean boyfriend shows you will be the same once he becomes your Korean husband. He'll be different, trust me. Want to read more comment about this topic? A little respect. Blah. He gave it. He gives.
And
it.
this
She put a link on it.
If the man, the guy, the treatment to his fiance, and then later to his wife is the same, just think about it. It's like it's unreal. Usually, when we had a date before, usually we used much money just for dating. Of course, because we loved each other, and I loved her. That's why I didn't think about much about the money.
And now we don't have kids.
Yes, but after getting married, think about it. The real life starts
reality.
together with my fiance. And what if just do you really want to use all the money, or do you really think you are very rich? You are living in a fantasy. If you think like that,
Like Korean drama.
yes, it's just drama. And then she cannot get married to any other country's man. Just
Filipinos,
get married to Filipinos. Don't try to find
No,
another.
even Filipinos, I think they change. The same.
Yes. So before marriage is kinds of fantasy. We are in the fantasy because we loved each other and then we kissed much. Of course, then do you think the kissing time before marriage and after marriage, do you think the same? Of course not. Well, but it's not the meaning. It's good. I know we should express our love to each other more, but think about it before we just met, like one or two, just in a couple of months, only one time. Then think about the mind, really wanting to and hold, touch, and kiss. That their mind was like it's like burning
Eager.
stars.
Eager.
Yes, but nowadays every day
We
you
are
watch
seeing
your
each
face
other.
and think about you. If she,
Oh, parang
I really want to ask her. If she, I'm sure she maybe before all now, she is living with her parents. Just imagine. Then, do you really think that the mind is the same, living together, and then she is living in like America and haven't met her parents a couple of years, and then meet the parents?
Okay, next, very long.
Okay.
Okay, they also give an example. If you had a serious quarrel with your husband and because you are very emotional being a woman, you walk out of home and find a space to breathe. Do not expect him to find you or check on you if you are okay, or to follow after you and convince you not to stay away. That will never happen. Even if he won't see you and hear about you for a month or a year, they won't risk their pride for you, but they say they still love you. Well, that is love for them, love without care for a woman.
Okay, what's wrong?
I think I know that's
저랑
very...
바꿨어요.
Yes, it's okay.
Okay.
Just can you play? Okay, thank you. In this case, yes, some I accept, but she never think about the husband's mind. Just that she just judge from the just bookcase, just cover. I also we think about we also sometimes we had this we fought sometimes, and then of course the fighting means we can hurt each other's emotions. In that case, she usually she does not go out, but
Just
very
go inside
rare.
the room.
Yes, so even though she went out, of course I also sure I don't go out to search her, but it's not the meaning. It's forever. Like about 2 hours later, I'm 100% sure I will go out.
To find your wife.
Yes, of course, yes. If
Maybe
it's nighttime, of course I followed immediately. It's I think that she. I think
Maybe it's her experience,
yes,
but
it's
not
her life.
generalize. Not all, just some, maybe.
And it depends on the situations. What was the reason of the fighting?
That's right. Okay, number 4, accept your Korean husband to work, and work. Business is business for them. Never try to be business partners with your Korean husband. He will surely apply the philosophy that business is business. We are business partners, and it's true. Business is business, of course. It's money.
And then, are you complaining? I'm sorry, not you, she. So I really want to ask her like these questions. Then
What?
don't you really want your husband to work more?
It's
For example, working, nobody likes to work much. Be the same. But usually I finish very late. And do you know why? Because my family's future.
They are thinking.
My wife
They always think about
and
the
my
future.
children's life. And then later she mentioned this that like a Korean think about the money first.
Like,
That money for example, I'm not making money just for using for myself. Usually I don't buy much. I don't pay much about me, for myself. I mean,
I'm sorry, guys.
in Korea, in Korea, without work, you cannot live here in
You
Korea.
can survive, of course. I think not only in Korea.
if you think that this is your compliment, then just live in the mountain. It's better.
Okay, number 5. If you will live in Korea, buckle up. Get ready for unacceptable practices. Most Korean men stay out late with their bosses to karaoke bars and massage spas with extra special services. In Korea, if you guy wants to be a successful, they need to do business with alcohol, drinking with company seniors, and sex GROs via massage, spa, or KTV bars. It's a trend of they want to be successful because they must follow what their boss's senior says.
I'm 100% sure her husband did.
But not
exactly.
all Korean again, like my husband.
This one, I'm sure, less than 1%. Less than 1%. These kinds of the culture, all of the world, these kinds of culture in a like economic based situations. Of course, we are, yes, maybe a little, the number of this case is a little bit bigger than other country, maybe. Yes, maybe I will agree that. But I told you less than 1%. Do you think that the company, do you know how much it is? Then do you really think that the company, the boss, just pay much money for for their men to do that things? Idiot! Even though I am the owner of my business, I know. Of course not. If that kinds of money, if I have, I will use for my family, of course.
That's right.
I told you it's less than 1%. Maybe, I'm sure her husband did. And then that is kind of a complaint about her husband's not making love with her. That's why maybe she wrote like that. Number 6.
Okay, number 6. A Korean boyfriend is gentleman but not a Korean husband. A Korean men are always affectionate, caring, and sweet to their girlfriend but not to their wives. In Korea, there are no house helpers, so expect yourself to do a lot of man's work. Even if he is home on his free day, don't expect him to do some help for you. He surely is a lazy boy at home watching TV or surfing the internet or still working.
I wanted to ask you.
No! My father-in-law, my husband's sister's husband, my husband, and my friend's husbands, I noticed they are not like this.
And after finishing almost 12 p.m., after getting home, sometimes I do chores. And I make food for my wife. Of course, it's not the meaning every Korean man do like this,
Yes.
but
Because he says Korean men are always.
and then think of the first, Korean men are always affectionate, caring, sweet to their girlfriend. Yes, of course, it's the same. I told you, just when they are dating, of course, then what kinds of boyfriend just do very bad? Against his girlfriend. That is just a cycle.
Okay, number 7. Korean men are very much attached to having and preserving their good and best image. So expect him to be always very kind, very respectful, very caring, and very gentleman to other people, such as his co-workers, friends, and families, and friends of his friends. But they are not like that at their wives and their family. Oh, sometimes they can be, but that is when they want something from their wives. They maintain their best image to attract more business relationships.
I think that she is very, very wrong family. I'm sure. If to me somebody blind my wife outside, I will hit the person. I don't care who he or she is. And of course, the person, yes, in my case, yes, sometimes I show my upset at home, but in that case, outside, I showed my upset much more. That means, and this is purely her own opinion, and just that I don't. Do you know why I make these kinds of video? Because I feel worried that some people who doesn't know about Korean people and Korean life, maybe they can get biased,
they misunderstood.
biased images about Korean life.
Okay, I will not read the examples.
Oh no, just try it. It's okay.
The
So
example?
this said yes.
Okay.
About this, she said the Korean guys usually talk to Korean the husband's Philippines wife like. Can I help you carry your groceries? Let me help you push the baby stroller.
So you can
relax. That means she complains the Korean husband never ever comments these kinds of mentioning. Do you agree?
No, I don't.
Usually, yes, one thing is true. Usually, I don't say that. Even though we are outside, we are in the market, and after buying groceries, usually I don't say I can help you carry your groceries.
Oh, you don't have to do it.
Just I do, without saying that. Just are you praising yourself? Like, oh, can I help you carry your groceries? Of course no. Without mentioning, just doing, just do the behavior.
Okay, number 8. Most Korean men are very hot-tempered. They are polite and well-mannered when they are outside. So when they come home, they splash all their stress inside the house. They shout a lot, they scream a lot, they have a high blood pressure syndrome. They bring home all the bad words they wanted to tell other people. They are always angry.
Yes, this one,
true.
yes, it's true. But
we agree. I agree.
Yes, I agree. But
Hot-tempered.
if she does not, this is kind of the cultural manner. Do you just imagine it? About 30 years ago, the country Korea was not rich country. And do you know what changed the Korean economy so much grow faster? The growth faster because of that character. 빨리빨리. Maybe you heard many times of 빨리빨리. And that is linked with the hot temper. I have a very seriously hot tempered person. I am. But this kinds of but it's not the meaning this is a good character. But these kinds of character make the society become rich. There is some part the disadvantages, but some part advantages.